What's going on?
What?
That boy, the one who just went out.
Paul?
What on earth is he doing here?
Oh, he's our gardener. Paul Clark. Do you know him?
Well, I don't know what he's playing at, but you just went halfway around the world to find him. That's Paul Shepherd.
He shouldn't be disturbed in here. He must have been put up to it.
Oh, I doubt it. The boy's a loner. I'd say it was his own idea.
Well, what does he expect to get out of it, then?
Observing you, I'd say. Hope you've been on your best behavior.
I've just fired him.
Oh, talk about timing.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know anyone was in here. Wanted to clean up.
Oh, you can do that later. Rosie, you hired Paul, didn't you?
Yes.
How did it happen?
Well, he turned up for an interview. I talked to him and I hired him.
Yes, but how did he know about the job?
I just stuck an ad in the local paper. Why?
It doesn't matter, thank you. I can't see a boy just back from America reading the local paper. I'd say he came here to see me, got stuck in the middle of one of Rosie's interviews and just went with it.
He could have seen you in America. He knew you were there.
Ah, he didn't know who I was then, or about the will. Has he been in touch with the lawyers?
No, they'd have been on to me like a shot.
Then he must have a contact here. Somebody's filled him in.
Fiona.
Yes, could be. Or anyone else at the will reading. Has she ever given you any indication that she might know him?
No.
I doubt if James would have introduced them.
Well, if it is her, he wouldn't have a very rosy picture of you.
Just have to make sure he gets one then, won't we? Doesn't know you've seen him. As far as he's concerned, I still think he's Paul Clark.
What do you intend to do?
Same thing I intended doing in America. Get him on side. Weren't exactly the tidiest bunch, were they?
As long as they had a good time.
Yes, I suppose so. I'm very sorry about the way I reacted earlier. I'm very protective towards Angela, and I like Rob very much. I'd hate to see either of them hurt.
It's okay. I'll be gone before they get back.
I'd like you to stay. I think I was being a bit hysterical. I've been under a lot of pressure with the wedding. So has Angela. I think that had a lot to do with her confusion. So if you still want to, I'd like you to stay. Well, think about it and let me know in the morning. I'll pick the ticket up at the airport.
Fine. That's flight 17 at midday for Melbourne, and the name's Armstrong.
That's right. And an open dated return, please.
The ticket will be waiting for you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Be careful driving home. And for those of you heading towards the southeast, I'd give Brunton Avenue a miss. It's 5:45, and here's a little mellow
Dad?
music for those of you who are
It's
caught
cold
in
out
the
there. Hope
traffic
your mum
snow.
dragged up well.
She's in hospital, Dad. I had a bad line when I was talking to Mrs. Hamilton. I don't think she got the message right.
What's wrong with her?
She lost the baby. Let's run. You better wait till I talk to Dr. Stevens. Won't be a minute.
Oh, yes. I'm Beryl's husband. How is she?
Mr. Palmer, Dr. Stevens has been waiting for you.
Is she okay?
She's very heavily sedated. I've just given her another shot.
She's going to be all right, though.
Oh, his doctor, he'll be able to tell you.
Mr. Palmer, I'm Dr. Stevens.
The nurse wouldn't tell me how Beryl is.
Well, I'm afraid your wife has had a very bad reaction to the loss of the child. Well, not physically, emotionally. That's why we sedated her so heavily. Do you know, it's a great shame you didn't get here sooner. The fact that you took so long has added to your wife's agitation. And I think I should warn you, from a few things she said, She's got it into her head that you are partly to blame for the miscarriage. Oh, we might have overstressed the importance of keeping her relaxed so much in order to stave it off. I don't know. But she's certainly fixated that that is the cause.
Me not showing up?
Well, reactions to miscarriages can vary from complete acceptance to extreme neuroticism. But I must stress with you the importance of being patient with your wife. No matter how unfair you might think her reaction is, it's perfectly logical to her.
The message I got, well, Susie reckoned she got a bad line. I knew she was in hospital. She'd been crooked before, and I just thought it was another bout.
Yes, Susie explained, and I understand. But you must be prepared for the fact that your wife may not.
Can I see her now?
Yes, of course. But I'd prefer you didn't wake her.
Go by myself, Susie.
Can someone else get that? We're busy. I'll get it. Oh, what an effort.
Should have called Paul in.
He's been working like a Trojan all day. Good exercise, eh?
Yeah.
View, John. STD.
Probably Dad. I'll take it outside.
Hope it's good news.
Yeah. Thanks.
Poor David. Wasn't a good end to the wedding for him.
As you said, it could be good news.
It's nice the way he let you give the speech.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Sorry I missed Mrs. Armstrong leaving. No, you should have seen some of the faces when you danced with her. Wish some of the gossip was true.
Rosie.
Never lied to you before. Not going to start now.
Barbara's gone to Melbourne for a while.
She didn't say anything to me.
She looked for you as she was leaving. Couldn't see you.
Oh. Well, there might be some who won't miss her. But I will.
Thanks, Susie. I'll let everyone know. Mum's lost the baby.
Oh, John, I am sorry.
Bad luck?
I'd better go tell Nan and Pop.
If they want to go straight back, we'll understand.
I'll try and talk them into holding off till tomorrow. See how I go.
Bit stupid having kids at their age anyway.
Oh, for God's sake.
I don't even know her. Why should I care about someone I don't know?
She had the good grace to inquire after you when you had your accident.
People always do that sort of thing. I'm just more honest. Anyway, you're being a bit of a hypocrite, aren't you? Heard you bitching to Charlie often enough about her. Let's face it, Mother. You can give a damn what happened to Beryl Palmer.
Mrs. Hamilton.
Yes, come in, Paul.
I've been thinking about what you said. I didn't see the point in waiting till tomorrow. I'll stay on. See how it goes when Angela gets back.
Oh, good.
Well, good night then.
Would you like to join me for a nightcap?
Oh, yes, thank you. Well, brandy will be fine.
You've done such a good job today. It's the least I can do to say thank you.
Dad. It's getting late. Why don't you go home and get some sleep?
I want to stay.
It's no use. She'll sleep right through.
I really wanted that baby, Susie.
I know that. Don't be silly.
I'll see you in the morning, love.
We're not telling the kids until tonight. It wouldn't do any good back there. We've been having such a wonderful time. Seems a pity to spoil it.
It'd sure put the knocker on today.
Johnny is driving his grandparents to the airport. Then he's coming back here.
Will John be spending the day with us?
Uh-huh. How are things now, after you're helping him?
Oh, every time I turned around at the wedding, he was giving me moon-eyed looks and thanking me.
Oh, you're being a little unfair. You wouldn't be grateful.
Oh, it's like what you said. He seems to have taken it as some sort of come-on signal.
Mm-hmm. I get the feeling he's pretty much in love with you.
Well, I don't want him to be. I spent most of the day with Kevin, siphoning petrol tanks to keep away from him. Oh, I hope he behaves himself today. I'm going for a walk.
Oh, buy me a paper while you're out, would you?
Sure.
G'day.
Oh, hi. Breakfast is almost ready.
I'm going for a swim first.
In the middle of winter? You must
Did
be
I
joking.
hear right?
Why not? It's good for the circulation. We did that in biology.
Oh, it sounds to me like you've got a crank for a biology teacher. No sane person ever goes swimming in the middle of winter.
Who says I'm sane?
I believe it.
You want to come?
I'll watch.
Hey, tell that lazy wife of mine, if she's not out of bed when I get back, I'm going to jump in and freeze her out.
I'll drat the toast.
Hope this toast in the morning isn't going to become habit. Since Rosie arrived, it's been happening more and more. She knows I like croissants.
The Keegans had the croissants before they headed off.
You know, I think we ought to give some thought to pensioning Rosie off.
I promised her a home.
Well, she's not getting any younger, and we really don't need her.
I don't care whether we need her or not. For someone we don't need, she's kept on her toes most of the time.
Her attitude to me is getting me down.
We put up with it for 20 years. I can't see it getting any worse.
It's getting worse since Barbara arrived on the scene. Don't give me that look, it's the truth. Before it was only Nancy I'd replaced, now it's Nancy and Barbara.
Don't be so ridiculous.
Gordon, it's very difficult for me to try and make our marriage work with her around. Oh, she's subtle. She thought it was wonderful when you danced with Barbara yesterday.
I want to read the paper. If there's a problem, it'll sort itself out now with Barbara going to Melbourne. Or else you'll soon forget her. You know I could never get rid of her. So why suggest it?
Barbara Armstrong.
It's Gordon here, Barbara. Can I see you briefly before you leave? Only briefly. It's important.
Well, you'll have to make it straight away. I'm leaving at 10:30.
Good. I'll see you soon.
Oh, hi. Oh, listen, I'll see you inside.
Righto. Just went for a swim. It was great.
Bet you're the only one in.
Nah, plenty of people. Lots of old guys.
Frigid frogs.
Should have brought Pop over. Could have joined in.
Just took them to the airport.
I thought they were going back tonight by train.
Changed their mind. Glad we got a chance to talk, actually. I didn't say anything to you yesterday, but I know about Dad and Patricia. I went to Burko for a while, but I had to talk to them. Everything's fine.
You reckon what he did was okay?
I can understand it. They told me how you are with him. He's a really good bloke. Give him a go when you get home. If I can, you should be able to. Come on. I wonder where we've got to.
seen Gordon? I said, have you seen Gordon?
Saw him heading off about 20 minutes ago. There's something under his collar.
What?
He had something under his...
And what was it?
I don't know. It's none of my business.
Well, that makes a change.
Al Mason.
It's Patricia. I've talked him into staying.
Good. What's your next step?
I'm going to take it slowly. He's an intelligent boy. I don't want him suspecting.
I'm keen to get it sorted out as quickly as possible. If he's going to accept his responsibilities with the company, the sooner we get him working, the better. Patricia?
I'm sorry. I just noticed something was missing, that's all.
I'd like you to have it.
You can't.
I want to. Saying goodbye at the wedding yesterday, I don't know, it somehow felt all wrong. I wanted to. I suppose I want to give you something to remember me by. But I'll understand if you don't take it.
No, I would like it. Thank you.
Typical male. Want to have my cake and eat it too.
What do you mean?
I have to try and make it work with Patricia, but I do love you. Now, I'm not saying I want an affair. We both feel the same way about that sort of thing, but if you're going away, I just wanted you to know.
I do. It's a lovely thought. Thank you.
Well, goodbye. Look after yourself.
Who am I going to be to golf now? Go on. I'm a bit too old to cry in public. Gordon? I'll treasure it.
Paul, you did a pretty lousy job of cleaning up. Must have blown there. Any excuse. Do it again, and this time do it properly.
Darling, can I see you for a minute, please? There's something you should know about Paul. Let's go inside.
How the hell was I supposed to know?
For heaven's sake, keep your voice down.
Why didn't you say something last night?
I wasn't going to say anything at all, but after that little exhibition, I thought it was wise. Hal and I want to keep him on side. Do you know he could be in a position to fire you any time? So keep that shut. Have you any idea what happened to that photograph of Wombai?
Didn't even know it was gone. How the hell did he get the job here?
I'd rather not talk about it. Hal will fill you in. Whatever happened to it, good riddance.
You can go in now, Mr. Palmer. Doctor doesn't want her upset, so take it quietly. If she does get agitated, we prefer you didn't stay.
Thank you. Oh, what's that? Now, it feels crazy being scared about going in to see her.
You'll be right.
Hello, love. Bought you some flowers.
Why did you take so long to get here?
I was here last night. No, they wouldn't let me stay. I had some trouble with the traffic this morning.
I don't mean this morning.
I When Susie rang, she got a bad line. I didn't know you were in hospital.
Did you know I was sick?
I didn't know how sick. I didn't know it had anything to do with the baby. Oh, I'm sorry, love. I wanted that baby just as much as you.
Never really wanted it from the start.
I just said I...
You were the one who wanted me to get rid of it.
Oh, come on.
You said we could get rid of it.
I was worried about you. Oh, I got here as fast as I could. I couldn't let Angie down.
Gordon could have given Angela away. If you'd have come when you first heard, I might still have my baby.
I didn't know how urgent it was.
What did you think then? Beryl stacking on a turn trying to spoil Angela's wedding. Is that what you thought?
Oh, come on, don't be stupid.
Well, what did you think?
Well, I don't know. I knew you were sick. I didn't know how bad, that's all.
You should have known I wouldn't muck up Angela's day if it hadn't been bad. You wanted to stay there, so you put Angela and Patricia over our baby.
Oh, if I'd known.
For 20 years, I've been there when you needed me, even when you were having an affair behind my back. I've only ever really needed you once in all that time, and you chose Patricia over me. Would you please leave?
You've got to understand.
Just get out, David. I want you to get out, and I don't want you to come back.
Do you remember those family trees we were talking about before? I still haven't found one that's quite good enough for Mrs. Rabsey in Norfolk yet. So far they've either been full of good information but not arranged like a family tree, which makes them impossible to understand, or great trees with not enough branches. Can you do better and help this poor lady out who can't work out all the connections between this lot? Gordon's first wife, we find out today, was called Nancy, so we can add that to the tree now. And as for Wayne's job, our other write-in, Claire from Leicester emailed. She reckons he makes the tea. All that work he takes home is probably different ways of making it that he has to study, like should it be sugar tea milk tea sugar, tea milk sugar, etc. But her main gripe is that Patricia went off to try and find Paul, and Hal Mason gave her a photo of him, Paul that is. So how come when she gets home and he's working in her garden, she doesn't recognise him? Well spotted, Claire. More tomorrow, 1:30.